All right, today we are going to talk about the weight room and more importantly, more specific, the cardio machines. So come on with me. All right, let's talk about the treadmill first. When you get on, it's not a terrible idea to just wipe things down, especially whether people were using it before. They may or may not have wiped it down, so take it upon yourself to wipe it down. Safety standpoint, you always want to start the treadmill. You want to start on the rails of the treadmill, and then you want to put the safety clip on. All right. We'll just talk about first the quick start. Hitting in most treadmills is just a green button. It just starts with your basic incline, decline, and basic speed of, as you can see here, it's at a 1. All right, I'm going to move the speed up just a little bit. It's just a toggle, okay? And the incline, when we're using this, we talk about having at least a 1 or 1.5 incline. It's more natural. Looking at the face of this machine, you have, it lists here the display, so you have average pace. You would hit this button to go to pace and distance. It shows your total distance. Your calories will always show how much you're burning. And if you want to have your heart rate, you're going to use these silver monitors here. All right. If you're more comfortable, you can put your feet on the rails and it'll get your heart rate. So if I hold my hands here, eventually it'll spit out my heart rate. Okay, 113, 112 is where I'm at right now. If you want to change your time, some people prefer to see time remaining versus time that has elapsed. Okay, and that's just the quick start function. There's a ton of workouts: weight loss, heart rate, performance variety, interval, manual. If ever you need to stop, there's a nice big stop button here. You can hit that; it'll stop the treadmill. Or if you were ever to fall, okay, the clip would do its job and it would stop the treadmill. Okay, and when you're done using it, you would grab another wipe and you would go ahead and wipe down the treadmill when you're all done. Okay, now we're going to talk about the AMT Trainer. This is basically like a cross between an elliptical and a stair stepper. It has a very similar face to the treadmill. Again, wipe it down. These things work on resistance, so if you don't pedal, the screen won't turn on. So now that the screen's on and I'm pedaling, I'm just going to go to quick start for the sake of this. On the right here, you have resistance, so if you move that up, it's going to be a lot harder to pedal or stride. And up here is, if you're using more of a stair stepper feature, it's going to change the depth and how easy it is or how hard it is to kind of move up and down. Okay, up here is your stride length. Right now I'm using it more of as a stair stepper, so as you can see, I'm in the green. All right, as I start to push my toes forward, it's going to be more like a running, like an elliptical, and you're going to see my stride get a little bit bigger. And to really get to the biggest stride, where it's almost like a full run, you're going to use your arms and your legs. Okay, so it pretty much mimics a nice solid run. Okay, the screen up here again, you can change calorie, strides per minute, distance, it'll track through it in miles. Okay, calories here, your heart rate function is right here. Okay, and then the last one is your time. Oh boy, I'm puffing right here. Okay, time elapsed and time remaining. And again, same type of workouts. It'll ask you to punch in your height, weight, and it'll spit out kind of a generic. Okay, stationary bike, anything that's red is what we can adjust. So this seat will go up and down, right? When you sit, okay, you want your foot in the foot pedals, right? And you want to make sure that when you are pushing down, that your knees are not locked, okay? And also when you push down, okay, so if I push down here, if that's as far as I go, then I need to raise the seat higher. Okay, but when I'm at full extension down, I do have a slight bend in my knees, so I feel like this is adjusted properly. All right, as I pedal, okay, it brings you to the screen. You press OK. Some of you may have accounts if you've done it in Pine Grove. Some of you may not, but there's a sign-in up here where you can allows you to put in your email or I think your phone number, and then over here, if you haven't, it'll walk you through everything. But a couple different things. If you want to ride, there's games. Basically riding. They'll take you through different courses, which is kind of cool. It changes the display a little bit. All right, you can just ride, you can do laps, have a time, you can set it for a distance, maybe even, you know, if you have a calorie you want to reach, calorie goal you want to reach, you can click that, whatever your, you know, your fancy is. So pick your time. Okay, we'll get started. I'm going to use my red buttons to change resistance, okay, which means it's going to make it harder or easier to pedal. Okay, you want it easier going up a hill and harder on flatter surfaces. Okay, so it'll change your gears. And you get to steer with it. It's just kind of a nice, cool way. It just changes the scenery when you're doing it. All right, we're here at the rower. First thing when you sit down, you want to make sure that you have the ability to adjust this to where you want your feet. These things, they're clipped into two little notches here, so you would pull that back and the foot will slide up and down. Okay, you want to adjust it so that your feet fit within this frame here. Okay, and then you can pull this nice and tight here. Okay, this would be tight. The resistance for this is located on the other side. Okay, and it'll change how hard or how easy it is to row. Okay. You grab your handle. Okay, and the main premise of this is nice posture. Okay, when you're close to it, you can lean in, and then you push. You want to come straight back. You want to really tighten your shoulder blades, your rhomboids. Okay, and then you're pulling. And as you get kind of good motion, okay, it gets a nice arm, nice leg workout at the same time. Okay. Display on this is minutes, calories. There's some gains. It's not nearly as updated as the treadmills and the bikes. Okay, but it does give you a good idea of time, calories, and distance. Just a nice little switch of cardio workout that sometimes gets forgotten over here in the corner of the weight room.